What a Thursday! Between tariffs, tech, and Tim Cook shaking hands with Trump, the markets had plenty to chew on. Hey everyone, it's Friday morning, August 8th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we begin, today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital. For smart investment solutions and high-quality funds, head over to amf-capital.de. If you enjoy the podcast, please rate it wherever you're listening. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Alright, let's get to it. So, stocks were a bit all over the place on Thursday. The Standard & Poor's 500 ended basically flat. The Dow slipped around 0.4%, but the Nasdaq, it climbed nearly 0.4% and actually hit a brand new record. Why? Well, the buzz started early with Trump's trade tariff deadline kicking in overnight. Basically, imports from almost 200 countries are now facing tariffs between 10 and 50%. Experts say the average effective rate will now jump to about 18.6%. That's the highest it's been since the 1930s. Now here's where it gets interesting. Trump announced that Stephen Moran is joining the Fed Board of Governors, replacing Adriana Kugler, who stepped down last week. That gave markets a bit of stability. Meanwhile, Apple shares popped after Trump and Tim Cook said Apple would invest $100 billion in U.S. manufacturing, including making iPhone and Apple Watch glass in Kentucky. And there was more good news for tech. Trump hinted that some companies could be exempt from the 100% chip tariffs he's been pushing. That gave stocks like Nvidia another boost. Elsewhere, a few earnings made headlines. Toyota warned that U.S. tariffs could cost it $9.5 billion. And Eli Lilly's stock dropped 14% after its pill trial results disappointed investors, despite better-than-expected earnings overall. Oh, and jobless claims? Yeah, they hit 1.974 million, the highest since late 2021. The labor market is still a big question mark. Alright everyone, before we wrap up, I'd love to invite you to check out the paid subscription of Capital Markets Quickie, also known as Stocks Quickie, where I dive deeper into company earnings and share interesting insights to help you better understand how these companies really work and what drives them. So, if you're up for more in-depth content, come join me over there. So, that's it for today's Capital Markets Quickie. I'll be back tomorrow morning with a brand new episode. Don't forget to subscribe, rate the podcast, and share it with your network. Thanks for tuning in.